Om Gam Ganapate Namaha. Kaliyugada Kalpataru. Third Delight. Sri Baahika Rajaru. Authored by Raja S. Gururajacharya. Chapter 8. End of the Avatara and Receiving Boons. The grandeur of the Rajasuya Yajna performed by the Pandavas, the unparalleled beauty and glory of Indraprastha, its extraordinary wealth, and the fact that all the kings of Bharatavarsha bowed to Yudhishthira as a sovereign emperor. This was intolerable for the wicked, arrogant, envious, and lifelong enemy of the Pandavas, Duryodhana, who was an incarnation of Kali. Duryodhana could not bear the prosperity, wealth, grandeur, and fame of the Pandavas. He desired to somehow rob them of their riches and reduce them to beggary. To this end, Duryodhana, along with the notorious evil quartet of Duryodhana, Dushasana, Shakuni, and Karna, conspired and plotted. Following Shakuni's cunning advice, they decidefully defeated the Pandavas in a rigged dice game and forced them into exile for 12 years, followed by 1 year of incognito. Duryodhana sent the Pandavas into the forest under the harsh conditions. The virtuous Pandavas, with Lord Krishna's grace, viewed wealth, grandeur, poverty, the city, and the forest all equally as the will of Srihari, and passed their time in exile and incognito with righteousness. Upon completing their exile and incognito period, they sought to reclaim their rightful kingdom. They sent Lord Krishna as their envoy to Kaurava court. Lord Krishna, acting as the Pandavas' envoy, explained his purpose to Bhishma, Drona, Dhritarashtra, all the assembly members, and Duryodhana. He advised that it would be wise to return the Pandavas' kingdom to them and live peacefully together. He warned that if this was not done, an unavoidable war would break out, resulting in unnecessary bloodshed and the eventual destruction of the Kuru dynasty. Despite Krishna's wise counsel and the attempts of Bhishma, Drona, Krupa, and Ashwatthama to persuade Dhritarashtra and Duryodhana, they were unsuccessful. Duryodhana declared that he would not give even a needle point of land to the Pandavas. Moreover, he attempted to imprison Lord Krishna, who then revealed his universal form. Duryodhana and his followers were unable to withstand the sight and fell unconscious. Lord Krishna's reasoning fell on deaf ears. Finally, Lord Krishna told the Pandavas that they would have to reclaim their kingdom through their own might. He informed them that war was inevitable and instructed them to prepare for battle. In the Mahabharata war, our protagonist, Sri Baahika Rajaru, had to fight on the side of the wicked Kauravas. Both the Dhritarashtra's, Duryodhana and his brothers, and the Pandavas, Yudhishthira, Bhima, Arjuna, Nakula, Sahadeva, and others, were relatives of Baahika Rajaru. However, his special affection and respect for the Pandavas, who were devotees of the Lord, righteous and beloved of Krishna, made him deeply regret having to fight against them. Baahika Rajaru, being a discerning individual, a staunch devotee of the Lord, and a lover of righteousness, was well aware that victory lay with Krishna and the Pandavas. Therefore, he was greatly distressed about having to fight against them. Yet, what could he do? Even Bhishma and Drona, who were also devotees of the Lord, had to fight on the side of wicked Duryodhana. Following the Kshatriya Dharma, warrior code, they had to fight. Baahika Rajaru realized that, by the will of the Supreme Lord, his role in the war was to assist in reducing the burden on the earth, thus serving the Lord's purpose. Therefore, he decided to fulfill his duty and attain the Lord's grace. The preparation for the war between the Kauravas and the Pandavas at Kurukshetra were complete. Both sides had set up their camps and was ready for the battle to begin the next day. The atmosphere was tense, and as the sun was about to set, the whole area was bathed in a golden hue. Near Kurukshetra, in a deserted area, a golden chariot stood shining. The rays of the setting sun fell on the chariot, making it gleam even more. Above the chariot fluttered a flag. Two radiant figures stepped down from the chariot and slowly walked across the lush green field, engaged in a deep conversation. One was Lord Krishna with his dark complexion shining like a sapphire, adored in yellow garments and all ornaments, radiating divine beauty and charm. With his mesmerizing smile, he captivated everyone. The other was Bhima, with his mighty arms and radiant aura, looking like a fierce warrior and humble devotee, discussing the impending battle with Krishna. At that moment, the sound of a galloping horse was heard in the distance, catching Bhima's attention. A rider was approaching them at high speed. As Bhima watched, an elderly, valorous warrior dismounted from the horse and started walking towards Krishna and Bhima. Seeing this warrior, Bhima's face lit up with a smile. Turning to Krishna, he said, Lord Vasudeva, look, here comes our dear devotee, Prahlada Rajaru. Krishna, smiling gently, O Baahika Raja, why is this mighty warrior who has joined the Kauravas coming to us now? Bhimasena, O Krishna, who can fathom your divine place? Ages ago, for this very Prahlada, you took on a terrifying form, emerged from a pillar, and performed incredible feats, shaking the entire universe. You showered him with unparalleled love, holding him close and granting him with divine protection. Now, reborn to serve in your mission once again, you have placed him in a situation where he must fight against you. Your divine plays are indeed beyond comprehension. But Krishna, show mercy to your dear devotee, just as you did before. Listening to Bhimasena's heartfelt plea, Krishna, with a gentle smile, responded, Vrukodara, understand that my dear devotee Prahlada, now born to serve in your mission once again, you have placed him in a situation where he must fight against you. Your divine plays are indeed beyond comprehension. But Krishna, show mercy to your dear devotee just as you did before. Listening to Bhimasena's heartfelt plea, Krishna, with a gentle smile, responded, Vrukodara, understand that my dear devotee Prahlada, now born as Baahika Rajaru, always has my eternal grace. You must show him compassion now. As Krishna and Bhimasena conversed, Baahika Rajaru arrived. Seeing Krishna's divine form radiating beauty and grace, Baahika Rajaru was overwhelmed with devotion. Tears filled his eyes and his heart swelled with love, and he rushed towards Krishna, calling out his name. Bhagavan Sri Krishna, out of deep love, embraced Baahika Rajaru and lifted him. Baahika Rajaru, feeling the divine touch, looked at Bhimasena and said, Vrukodara, it is not right for you to bow to me, your devoted servant. Krishna, smilingly, it is for the sake of teaching the world, isn't it? O Bharati's beloved, Bhimasena, it seems Baahika Rajaru has a request. Fulfill his wish. Baahika Rajaru, with tears flowing and choked voice, said, Lord of the universe, what is there that you do not know? O God, I was born to serve you. I have served according to my ability. I am tired of this cycle of life. I had hoped to die at your hands, but that fortune eludes me. You had vowed not to take up arms. Moreover, to die by your divine hand would grant the boon of immortality, ensuring salvation. But I do not seek salvation now, because I desire to serve you in a special way in future births. In the Kaliyuga, I yearn to serve you repeatedly with renewed devotion. Turning to Bhimasena, therefore, Vayudeva, I wish to die by your blessed hand. This would uphold dharma and bring me honor. I believe my wish would be fulfilled. Bharati's Lord, please grant me the end of my worldly affairs through a blow from your mace. Krishna, looking at Bhimasena, smiled. Bhimasena said, O elder, I never harm anyone without just cause, especially not devotees of Lord Hari. However, because of divine command and my immense love for you, I accept your request. Thus he reassured him. Hearing Bhimasena's words, Baahika Rajaru felt at peace. He rejoiced inwardly. Understanding his destiny, satisfied that his wish to serve the Lord Hari would be fulfilled, He bowed to Krishna and Bhimasena and returned to his camp. Upon returning to his camp at Kurukshetra, Baahika Rajaru felt immense pride, believing it a great fortune that Sri Vayudeva was always protecting him. He eagerly awaited the battle's commencement, yearning to showcase his valor in Hari's mission to lighten the burden of the earth. He longed for the moment when he would meet his end by the powerful blow of Sri Bhimasena's mace, considering it a great blessing. The historically significant battle of the Mahabharata began. Baahika Rajaru, viewing the battle as an opportunity to serve Hari, displayed his full strength, treating it as an act of worship. One day, the fierce battle raged on, but not as intensely as usual. The atmosphere remained tense and dangerous despite the relative lull in activity. Baahika Rajaru, deep in meditation and offering special prayers to the Lord, decided that today his Avatara's purpose should conclude. Remembering Sri Hari and Vayu, he readied himself for the battle, mounted his chariot and headed to the battlefield. On the battlefield, he first encountered Satyaki and began fighting him. Baahika Rajaru broke Satyaki's chariot and then aimed an arrow to kill him. At that moment, Bhimasena, who was elsewhere, rushed in and intercepted the arrow. Seeing Bhimasena brought great joy to Baahika Rajaru. Remembering his vow to Bhimasena, Baahika Rajaru invoked the mighty mace named Shata, which he had received as a boon from Brahma, and hurled it at Bhimasena. Baahika Rajaru knew that Shata mace would not harm Bhimasena, as its blow would instantly kill anyone but Vayudeva. Yet, out of respect for Brahma, Bhimasena pretended to be affected by the mace impact. Bhimasena, recalling Krishna's command and his promise to Baahika Rajaru, decided to fulfill his vow. Acting enraged, he turned towards Baahika Rajaru and prepared to engage him in combat. At that moment, Baahika Rajaru's joy was indescribable. His face reflected a mix of fear, humility, and devotion. As Bhimasena Deva approached, Baahika Rajaru stepped down from his chariot, clasped his hands together and prayed, "Come, Lord, Purifier, Father, end my worldly duties with your holy mace, O Swami." Bhimasena Deva smiled and struck Baahika Rajaru with his mace. Remembering Sri Hari and Vayu, Baahika Rajaru concluded his life's purpose. As death approached, he prayed with devotion, "Lord, fulfill my prayer with your divine hands." Bhimasena Deva, filled with compassion, replied, "Do not worry, I will fulfill your wish." Baahika Rajaru, with folded hands, said, "Swami, when you incarnate again for Hari's mission, grant me the boon to serve you as your follower and devotee in spreading divine knowledge." Bhimasena Deva smiled and said, "So be it. May your special service to Sri Hari be fulfilled. May you be blessed." He placed his hand on Baahika Rajaru's head, blessing him. Immediately, Baahika Rajaru, overwhelmed with joy and devotion, chanted, "Sri Hari Narayana, Krishna, Govinda, Sri Vasudeva, my salutations to you. May your grace remain constant with this devotee." With these words, he concluded his worldly duties and divine mission, attained liberation. Witnessing all this on the battlefield, everyone marveled at Baahika Raja's devotion to Sri Hari and Vayu, praising him with leader of devotees, great devotee of Sri Vayu, blessed one, Baahika Rajaru, salutations to you. Thus, in the age of Kali, Baahika Rajaru's story concludes with his devotion and blessing from the divine. Om Sri Krishnarpanamastu.